And I'm back with more Spirit of Justice. Last time, Maya Fey was found guilty of murder. And now, apparently there's been a second murder. Oh, goody. So, Phoenix has been given a stay of execution to investigate the second murder. So, oh, goody. So let's go. What do I do now? I can't believe Maya and I were actually found guilty. Gee, thanks. Right as I start recording, a motorcycle comes by. Well, shit. Guess we'll just say it was an ox coming by. I don't fucking know. Meh. Mr. Rite! Albie! Saw the whole trial. What's gonna happen to Miss Maya now? I'm worried about that too. But right now... Gun! Right now, I need to focus on the next trial. Murder of Acolyte Zealot, right? At least the jury's out on that one, so to speak. Two murders are most likely connected. Okay, at least the motorcycle was on another street that time. If I can get to the bottom of Acolyte Zealot's murder, it might give me the ammunition I need to overturn Maya's guilty verdict. Let me help you investigate. I want to assist any way I can. I appreciate it, Albie, but you were talking about a murder. Yeah, but it's going to be hard for a foreigner to investigate this on his own. You got a point. I wish I knew what to do. Your benevolence? Princess Rafa? Oh, it's you again. The dead lawyer walking, guilty of abetting a murderer under the Defense Culpability Act. I see she hasn't lost any of her charm. What a long face. I thought you'd be glad I was found guilty. I am in no mood to take joy in your suffering. For I was unable to defeat you, and had to leave the job to others. I failed in my sacred duty as the royal priestess. I guess that answers my question. Splat. All I did was defend my client. I can't bear to see her looking so sad like this, though. Your benevolence. Your benevolence! Huh? Oh. Barbed head. I thought you had already begun your journey to the Twilight Realm. I'm not dead yet. I still have an investigation to do for tomorrow's trial. What's this? Do you mean to say you have not given up yet? That's right. I'm going to prove Maya innocent tomorrow. But why? Why do you refuse to give up? I cannot fathom such obstinacy. Investigate all you want. I care not. You really don't mind? But aren't you worried that a lawyer backed into a corner and the DC Act might do something desperate like forge evidence? What's this? If left unsupervised, I'd be free to do whatever I wanted, you know. Okay, now to see if she takes the bait. Wow. Yes. I see your point. Barbed head. Yes. I know what happened yesterday. You perpetrated some sort of fraud or some other misdeed while I was not watching. Huh? That explains why I misunderstood the voice of the High Priest's soul. Of course. That is the only explanation. I was just trying to cheer her up. Now she thinks even less of me. I must not allow you to sully our sacred hall of justice with your misdeeds ever again. Therefore, today I will be monitoring your every move once more. I will not fail to spot your misdeeds this time. The moment I see anything out of the ordinary, I will send you straight to prison. And you, boy, do not throw your lot in with this foreign devil. Your benevolence. It's okay, you don't need to worry about me. I'll be back before you know it. But first, I should probably lighten my load a bit. Would you mind holding on to some of this? Of course not. I'm always glad to help. May the Holy Mother's blessings be upon you. Now then, the scene of the crime is the logical place to start. If I recall correctly, the body was found in the Plaza of Devotion. Yay! Rafe is back! That was a smooth move. It's just trying to cheer her up, and it turns out it's like, oh, we get more Rafa? Sweet. You get more disgusting banter? I love it. Looks like the police already finished their investigation. I think someone would be killed here in a place devoted to prayer. A body outline in flowers? Did someone leave them there as a memory of the deceased? Something different about the prayer flags today. As the High Priest's disciple, Acolyte Zealot was utterly devoted to his training. First the High Priest, and now his devoted disciple. Maya Fey will pay for this. I keep trying to tell you, she has nothing to do with any of this. And you can prove this. How? What do you think I'm doing here? Gathering dirt and dust for the trial? You and your smart mouth. This is precisely why you and your lawyerly ilk are so reviled. Hey, Mr. Rite! Yeah, it's Emma! A brighter day just got brighter. It's that detective from your country again. It's the princess! You seem displeased that I am here. Oh, no, don't be silly. Mr. Rite, I'm so sorry what happened to Maya. It's not your fault, you were just doing your job. And if I'd just done mine. Mr. Rite, it's no use crying over spilled milk. Would you mind telling me what you know? It's do or die in court tomorrow, and I mean that literally. Gladly, I'll help out in any way I can. Remember, I have my eyes on the both of you, so see to it you commit no misdeeds. Of course not. You're talking to a professional here. I'm a professional snack-oo eater. Let's see. How about starting with an overview of what happened? Sure. Victim was Pure Zealot. Pure Zealot. Right. Or Pure Zealot. Either way. Both. He was the High Priest's disciple. His body was discovered around noon today, right after the Rite wrapped up. So during the High Priest's murder trial. That's right. Apparently he'd been praying here since the day before the Rite started. Talk about serious devotion. I barely lasted a few minutes. This is a picture of Mr. Zealot's body. The dagger in his upper back looks like it would have been particularly painful. Is that a tattoo on in the back of his neck? It's peach-shaped? Everyone started leaving when the praying was finally done, but the victim remained bent over in prayer. And when they went over to check up on him, they discovered he was dead, right? Yeah. The estimated time of death is May 9, sometime between the start of the rite and the discovery of the High Priest's body. In other words, we believe the crime took place during the purification rite. The murder weapon was the same ceremonial dagger that killed the High Priest. Prosecution believes Maya came down the stairs after killing the High Priest, and then stabbed Mr. Zealot with the same dagger. Circumstantial evidence does point to her, but what about the cause of death? He apparently died instantly from that dagger that was left thrust in his upper back. Here's the autopsy report. Estimated time of death, you say? How can you know such a thing? I want to know! Well, Barbed Head, out with it. Oh, so the Princess of the Spirit Medium Kingdom is interested in forensic science? I have no interest in science, forensic or otherwise. Nevertheless, I will someday be queen. As such, it would be wise to know what silly things the common folk believe in. There's nothing silly about it. I'll have you know, even Prosecutor Sadmati holds forensics in high regard. Does he? Perhaps I should not underestimate the power of science. Still, I suppose it's nothing much compared to the divination seance. She really doesn't have an adorable bone in her body. I think she's actually interested. Would you mind explaining it to her? I guess I have to now. Okay, there's many ways to estimate the time of death, but the most well-known method is the change in body temperature. Interesting. Body temperature drops at a steady rate the moment a person dies. That means we can tell how long someone's been dead by measuring their temperature. I see. That's quite enlightening. Barbed Head! Present your forehead now! What? Why? You feel just a little over 95 degrees. It seems you're not dead yet. Of course I'm not! It was but a jest. After all, you're still a dead lawyer walking. I fail to see the humor. Sorry, but I'm finding this fucking hilarious. Were there any witnesses? So many people here in the plaza, you'd think somebody would have seen something. You'd think so, wouldn't you? But we haven't found a single witness. How's that even possible? Because everyone was bent over, utterly devoted in prayer, naturally. Oh, right, that back-shattering pose that nearly killed me. Still, you think somebody would have noticed something. I thought so too, but with the monk's scarf he had on, no one could have seen the dagger in his upper back. Plus, everyone was so absorbed in prayer they didn't hear or see anything. Can't believe this. What you choose to believe is your choice, but the fact remains there were no witnesses. However, there's one piece of irrefutable evidence. The dagger. Sadly, yeah. Could you tell me about the murder weapon? Let's see, crime photos, zealots, second murder. Okay, cool. The killer used the Warbot dagger, the legendary weapon of Lady Kira. It was discovered impaled in the victim's upper back. The accused's fingerprints were found on the dagger, were they not? Yeah, they were. With such irrefutable evidence, there is no questioning the accused's guilt. Not so fast, what about a motive? Maya had no reason to kill Acolyte Zealot. What do the police think about this matter? Maya had no reason to kill Acolyte Zealot. So you say. But let us hear what the police think. The police believe Maya is Lady Kira, who been battling the rebels. And since Mr. Zealot was the disciple of the High Priest who turned out to be a rebel, he too was likely a rebel, and therefore met the same untimely demise as his teacher. Yes, that's how the police currently view the case. There's no way Maya's the Lady Kira vigilante. I agree on a personal level, but the police are just going with what today's trial concluded. I really blew it in court today. Okay. So, more bad dagger. Examine flags. Okay, examine flag in the bottom right. This prayer flag looks much newer than the rest. Your benevolence? What does this say? The dearest wishes of our subjects are written upon these prayer flags. Reading the prayers of others is considered rude. But if you must know, it says, at the usual spot, bring grub. The key, too. This is one of the more direct and practical prayers I've ever seen. I wonder if it's even a prayer. Brand new flag! It looks like carpet. Damn it, now I want a magic carpet! Carpet from Aladdin was great. Anyway, examine flowers. Examine white outline. Okay, not too much to do. Examine the flowers, yay! So these flowers were left here in memory of Acolyte Zealot? What are they called? They are known as Namanda, and they are given to express sorrow when a life is lost. It seems offering flowers in memory of the dead is a universal practice. Acolyte Zealot died bent over in prayer. There's no trace of blood on the ground, though. The fact there's so little bleeding could mean it was a single stab to a vital point. Not that it would have been very difficult, considering the position he was in. Okay, see if there's anything else here. Examine carpet. Acolyte Zealot was killed in a prayer pose. His head bent over like that, the last thing he must have saw was this rug. It is a prayer rug woven by devout monks. May the Holy Mother's blessing be upon his departed soul. It's strange there's no bloodstains, though. Perhaps it was so cold his blood froze, or perhaps it was absorbed by his vestment. It's pretty cold. Maybe the blood really did just freeze. Okay. Message on the prayer flag is a little weird, but I think I've seen everything there is to see around here. You've not found or heard anything of particular worth. Are you ready to give up? No, I'm not calling it just yet. Does it look like you have any hope of winning, Mr. Rite? Emma. Can't really say at this point. All I know is I have to keep investigating. What are you two sneaks up to? I would advise you to get back to work if you are done. Otherwise, I will report you to Prosecutor Saad Mahdi for dereliction of duty. I'm going. Well, see you later, Mr. Rite, and good luck. Oof. I should really pay a visit to everyone in every place connected with the case. Let's see here. Okay, so we've done this one. High Priest's house. Okay. Okay. Hello? Sorry to bother you again, but... Oh, it's you. Barbed Head! You are not contemplating casting suspicion on Lady Believe, are you? She lost her most beloved husband, and now Acolyte Zealot, who is like a son. Of course I'm not. But since she was close to both victims, I wanted to hear what she had to say. Very well. And then there's the fact that Lady Kira didn't attack Mrs. Inmate. Probably means she isn't a rebel. Is this about poor Puree? Well, I'm sorry, but I don't think I can talk about that right now. But what about Maya? She's innocent. Maya? Well, I heard she was found guilty. First my dear husband, now Puree? Miss Inmate, you don't really believe that Maya's the killer, do you? I don't know. But that was the verdict, so what else can I believe? What am I going to do? The verdict was already reached in your husband's case, but the truth of the matter is yet to be found. How can you be so sure? Because I believe that Maya is innocent. That's all I have right now. My faith in her. So please help me understand what happened. So you're defending her based solely upon faith. Even though you'll be punished for abetting the accused? That's right. All right then. Your faith has moved me. I'll tell you what I can. Are you sure about this, lady? My lovely wife was a devout follower of Quietism. As such, she is not one to make light of another's faith. But if I find that you lied about your faith, then Maya face innocence. I shall curse you and your entire family and all your disciples for the next 8 generations. Hey, leave Athena and Apollo alone, buddy. How did Acolyte Zealot end up living here as your husband's disciple? About 2 years ago, while my husband was on a spiritual retreat, he came across Puree collapsed on the ground, and then he brought him here. You were always one to help those in need, weren't you, dear? And he'd been living here ever since? About 2 years ago. It's around the time Maya arrived in Karayan. Yes. He was born in a poor village that had nowhere to call home. My husband felt pity for the boy, and took him in as a disciple. But not only as his disciple, he was like a member of our family, too. I see. This is where Acolyte Zealot lived. There might be something I could find out about him lying around here. Okay, so I need to examine the photo. Yeah, examine the photo and talk to her. Okay. A photo of the High Priest, his wife, Acolyte Zealot, and Maya. Since Maya's in it, it must have been taken the day before the rite. I should ask Mrs. Inmate about it. Also, take note that she got that plumed Punisher thing. To think this would be her final family photo. That no-good Maya Fey has some nerve. I mean, here she is posing with the 2 men whom she would soon kill. I beg to differ. You see, this photo is proof that she didn't kill them. That smile of hers does not fool me. I sense a deep and abiding malice behind it. I'll prove my smile's the real deal. Can I ask you about this photo? It was taken during the Feast of Blessings, the day before the rite was held. Feast of Blessings? Would you mind telling me a little more about it? This photo was taken during the Feast of Blessings. It is forbidden to eat during the days of the rite, so the day before it's performed, we enjoy dishes full of gingle. Gingle? Gingle? I'm gonna say gingle. Or gingle. I'm not sure. An herb known to strengthen the body and mind. You loved gingle-based dishes I'd make, didn't you, dear? Gingle, I heard you can go up to 3 days without sleeping after eating some. Yes, but many foreigners don't care for it because of the strong smell. Our customs say that these dishes can only be eaten the day before the purification night, and only between noon and 3. It's pretty specific. Is it because the smell is too strong? A very good guess indeed. It is to ensure the smell is gone by the time Lady Kira is welcome the next day. Is it really that strong? Come to think of it, the evening before the murder, an overwhelming odor was all over the town, like a cross between garlic and mint. After the Feast of Blessings, Puree went over to the plaza to begin his supplication. I never thought that it would be the last time I would see him. What was Maya doing? Shortly after Puree left, she went to the temple to prepare for the rite. I don't know what she did after that. So Acolyte Zealot went out to pray the afternoon before the rite? According to the newspaper. On the day before the rite, the plaza was so cold the whole place had iced over. Pray always prayed a lot, far more than anyone I have ever known. He was a devout young man whose faith was twice as strong as others. I don't know why, but that's kind of intimidating to me. I thought I'd have made some progress by now. I haven't come across any particular insightful information, even here. You seem disappointed. Miss Inmi, is there anything else you could tell me? Forgive me, but if I keep thinking about those two any longer... Barbed head! I understand. Thank you for your help. I'm sorry to have troubled you. We have paid a visit to all of the people and places connected with this case. I think it is about time you prepared yourself for the inevitable, don't you? Yeesh. Okay, we'll finish up this episode by talking to Maya. Ugh. Maya sure looks tired. I'm so sorry, Maya. I failed to defend you during the trial earlier today. Sorry too, Nick. I never meant to get caught up in this whole mess. Even worse, I got you caught up in it too. And you were convicted under that stupid law. Nick, you really should withdraw from this case. Maybe they'll even commute your sentence if you do. I could never abandon you like that. You might not believe me, but I'm gonna pull off a win somehow. It's not like I don't believe in you, it's just... Don't worry. Maybe this extra day in court is a blessing from the Holy Mother. Let's use it to our advantage. We'll turn this trial inside out and upside down, you'll see. Okay. You're awfully quiet, Your Benevolence. It is only a matter of time until your executions are carried out. I simply thought I would allow you a good talk before you depart from this world. Sorry, but we're not giving up yet, and we won't until the bitter end. There's no need to put on a brave face. Your fates were sealed with today's verdict. Worry not for Maya Fey. The Twilight Realm will cleanse the taint from that neophyte practitioner's soul. Then perhaps the Holy Mother may finally forgive her. Wait, was that her attempt at comforting me? Barbed head, further resistance shall come to naught. Stop your desperate struggle and accept the judgment that has been passed upon you. She obviously doesn't know me very well. Then perhaps your sentence will be commuted and... Hold it right there! Why do you always have to be like that? Maya, what are you... What is the matter? I was simply showing some mercy upon your souls. Nick here is risking his life to defend me. And that is why I told you it will come to... No, it won't! Nick is just doing what lawyers are supposed to do. He's defending his client no matter what. Enough! There's no place for lawyers in the Hall of Justice, for we have the divination seance. But your insights were wrong. Oh boy, that's gonna hurt. Don't you get it? Errors are bound to happen if your insights are accepted without question. So I ask you, Royal Priestess, what is your true duty? Did the victim's soul or the Holy Mother herself wish you judge people in error? You dare bring her holiness's name into this? You know nothing, you phony baloney! Please, you two, enough already. Sorry, Nick. I got a little carried away. That's not really like me, huh? No, I should be thanking you, Maya. It's good to have you in my corner. How dare you mock me so? You will not get away with this. I was a fool to show you compassion, and to think I could convince you to accept your fate. So struggle all you want in the Hall of Justice tomorrow. You will receive your just deserts, as the scorn of our kingdom is heaped upon you. I can see straight through that contorted smile on your face, you know. She may say those terrible things, but it's just the way she was raised, I guess. Could you try to remember what happened? I've been trying as hard as I can, but I can't remember anything from that middle of the ride onward. Alright, you suddenly felt sleepy and everything went blank. Even so, I didn't kill anyone! I'm not the one going around dressed as Lady Kira. Well, it's kind of cool to think there's a mysterious female vigilante out there. Right. Were you close to Acolyte Zealot? Met several times during the meetings about the Rite. I didn't know him very well. He seemed pretty quiet. Didn't you eat together the day before the Rite? Yeah, we ate a super stinky dish, but it was actually really good. I wasn't sure I'd like it, but it was love at first bite. Like, you know those salty noodles at Eldune's Noodles? It's like if you added garlic and herbs to that and let it simmer a really long time. Sounds more like hot pot than ramen to me. Oh, I miss ramen too. So what was Acolyte Zealot like while we were eating? He seemed to be enjoying the food, but as soon as we were done, he left to go pray. What did you do? Returned to the temple to prepare for the rite. Coincided with Miss Inmi's description of events. Any idea who might be pretending to be Lady Kira? When the rite started, it was just me and Abbot Inmi. But the seance vision showed a third figure who looked like Lady Kira. I know. Lady Kira. Wish I could have seen her in the flesh. Yeah, let's stay focused on the case. It was supposed to have been impossible for a third party to enter the inner sanctum. But what if she came from the sky, like that bushy-beard paratrooper? That mountain would have been no match for Lady Kira's wings. That's from the Plumed Punisher TV show, right? How'd you know? Because the real Lady Kira doesn't have wings. No, I've got it this time! There must be a secret room with a secret door at the inner sanctum. Did you know there are 88 secret Plumed Punisher bases here in Karain? Can you please stop talking about the Plumed Punisher for a second? I guess so. Keeping it real is much harder than it looks. Well, I should get going. Sorry I wasn't any help, Nick. Don't worry, I got this. We'll beat the charges tomorrow and be on the first plane back before you know it. Then we'll go grab dinner at Eldune's or your favorite burger joint. You pick. Sounds good. I think I'll get the extra large hamburg steak topping on my salty bowl. Best of both worlds. And have whatever you like. But we gotta beat the charges. I almost forgot! Wait, what was it? I have a favor to ask. Okay, but why are we whispering? I forgot something at the High Priest's home. It's super important. Would you mind getting a hold of it and getting it back for me? Sure, what is this supposed to be, this super important thing? It's in my bag, you'll find a folding book. It's only given to the priestesses performing the rite. It's called the Tome of Secrets. It does sound important. Could you have something like that just lying around? How could you have something like that just lying around? Explains all the whispering. If Rafa found out, all hell would break loose. Look, it's got Lady Kira's real name written in it, so... Don't tell anyone I told you that. Just forget I said anything. It's supposed to be a secret. Tome of Secrets contains secrets. Imagine that. What are you two whispering about? Nothing. She forgot something, so I was told to go get her. Go get it. You're up to something, I just know it. Thanks, Nick. I'm counting on you. Alright. Nice. Made progress. And I get a day coming up where I get to do nothing but Phoenix Wright, so I could bust through a lot of this game that day. So I'll call it here for now, and we'll get back to it on another time. See you in the next episode.